Okay, I stand here on the mud, annoyed. Why do I stand here annoyed? And I'm hoping you can hear me. Well, the reason why is this bloody thing. I've just done 15 minutes of riding and talking on road, and then came off road, as you can see, nicely caked in mud. And this thing wasn't even recording. And for some reason, I got to the end of the road and it stopped itself. Every time I try and record, it just says no. It doesn't say no, it just says, in fact at the moment it just said busy. See that, look? Busy. Because the only way it would work was by reformatting the memory card. And that has taken, I haven't got watch on, about 7 or 8 minutes so far. I've been stood here waiting. So brilliant. Unbelievable, what a waste of time that was. Bloody GoPro. Anyway, I shall try again if that ever finishes formatting. If not, then I shall do it another day. So far it's been a fail. Not the bike's fault, bloody GoPro's fault. The bike has been brilliant. It rides so smoothly. The gear change. Right, well, I am halfway home and I thought I'll just check just to see what the camera is doing, see if it's finished reformatting, and it has. I switched it off and switched it back on again and it seems to be working, so I'm either talking to myself or I'm back talking to you. So let's give this another go, shall we? Right, so I'm going to get through this quickly because obviously I've said enough already. Smooth, comfortable, nice, off-road, on-road, great, move on. Okay, now I'm going to go down this dual carriageway in off-road mode first and see how it pulls away so I can show you from this angle. So we're doing 30 miles an hour in third gear in off-road mode, and all the way up to 70. Now we'll do the same again in sport mode, sorry, street mode, and you'll see the difference, hopefully. There we go, ready? Almost feel the response. Now, at that sort of speed, it's exactly the same. Now the wind seems to have picked up and got a lot worse now. However, I've done all the off-roading I need to do. Hopefully you saw that on the 360 camera. So let's go down these back roads and I'll talk to you a bit more about how all the other stuff feels. Touch buttons for the street and off-road mode and the indicators. It takes a bit getting used to start with, but other than that it's fine. It's not snatchy at all, even in street mode. Doesn't feel snatchy, however it's very easy to flick between street and off-road. If you're going around town or even on these country roads, stick it in off-road mode and you can almost feel it go like it's just gone into overdrive, and it's nice and serene, sitting there very comfortably. But fourth gear, 30 miles an hour, it still picks up quite nicely. It's unbelievably forgiving on the suspension. Front suspension, rear suspension feels nice. I mean, it is adjustable. Yeah, that's it. Move over. Jesus Christ, mate! Right down the middle of the bloody road. What, you didn't want to get your van in puddles? Unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, so whether it's in sport mode or off-road mode, sorry, street mode, off-road mode, it's still comfortable. It's not snatchy. The torque is all low down in the off-road mode until you get up in the revs, and then it goes again. It's almost like a, not a dull spot, but like a serene spot in the middle. Whereas sport mode is just waits till it gets to about 6,000 RPM and then it flies. Whereas off-road, all that torque is in the low ends, about 2,500 RPM. Amazing visibility, 100% out of the mirrors. Not distorted in any way, not vibey in any way. There's no vibe through the levers or through the handlebars, no vibe through the seat, which is unbelievably comfortable, I have to say. And no vibe through the foot pegs at all, because they are rubber inserted into the metal cage. I love how this feels. Wide handlebars makes it really easy to maneuver. They feel so light and nimble. Tyres feel good, bearing in mind they've only done a few miles, but they do feel good. Off-road, on-road, makes no real difference. They hold the road really well. Pirelli Scorpion tyres doing their job as they should. I'm really impressed. So like I was showing you before on the 360, if you want to change gear without the clutch, you can. You just have to roll off the throttle. It's not a slipper clutch, but you can basically make your own slipper clutch. I'll show you what I mean. You're in third gear at the moment. No clutch. In fourth. And then back to third if you want to. Very nice. Thank you, my friend. If you keep on the throttle, you can't change up and down gear. You have to release the throttle to do it. But why would you bother? Because the clutch is so light, it doesn't make much difference. It feels very flickable, so light, easy to use, sounds good. Nice. That's in off-road mode. And I'll do that out of the corner in sport mode and see the difference. Hopefully you saw it on that 360 camera when I pulled away on the dual carriageway there. In the street mode. I've got to stop calling it sport mode because it isn't. It takes the corners with ease. Again, I don't want to thrash it because it's a it gets up to speed so unbelievably quickly. For a bike that's still trying to run in, it's brilliant. Lovely bike. Oh, I've got nothing bad to say about this. It's comfortable, it's easy to ride, so simple. Doesn't feel like a cumbersome bike or anything like that. There's nothing heavy, there's nothing blocky. It's so wow, so precise, and yeah, love it. Point and shoot, that's what it is. But if you wanted to, off-road mode, and just gently, lazily cruise around the country roads or on the main roads. Easy to manoeuvre, easy to use, takes all the bumps with ease. I am really impressed with this. I honestly can't find anything bad to say about it, not one. No, not one. It's just pleasant in every way, with lots of fun if you want it to have. Be interesting to see what it's like with panniers on and with a second person on the back, if you're so inclined to do that with this bike. But for the money, £7,749 on the road with a 4-year warranty, it's absolutely spot on. I'm sorry if this is a bit mismatched, blame GoPro. I'm hoping it's still recording at this point. Even off-road, no problem at all. A little bit of slippage on the brand new tyres, bearing in mind I've only done about 12 miles. Other than that, no problems at all. I didn't have to put my feet down at all. It held its own very nicely. There is a difference in the map between sport mode and off-road mode. A lot more torque low down in the gears in off-road mode than there is in sport mode. In sport mode, you don't really feel all that power until you hit 6,000 RPM, whereas it's about 2,500 RPM in off-road mode. You can feel it if you're doing 60 miles an hour in sport mode and you drop it into off-road mode. It goes like you just put it in overdrive, that sort of thing. But it rides beautifully. Doesn't have a slipper clutch, but if you off the throttle, you can go up and down the gears, no problems whatsoever, if you're that way inclined. But the clutch, very light anyway, so there's no real dramas there. I have got it nice and muddy, apparently for no reason. But yeah, the bike performed beautifully. 100% visibility out of the mirrors, no dramas there. Very comfortable. I like the wide stance that you've got on the handlebars. I will do some recording with the 360 camera whilst I'm talking, so I can show you as well, because that still works clearly, because I'm filming on that now. Although I'm not using any microphone, so I'm hoping you can hear me okay. If not, sorry, I'll put subtitles in, shall I? The bike performed beautifully. I sat at 70 miles an hour. Again, not going to thrash it, brand new tyres, brand new engine. 70 miles an hour, no dramas whatsoever, very smooth. I can't remember what revs I was doing. I did say, but I can't tell you at the moment. The suspension, beautiful. It handled any bump whatsoever, off-road, on-road. Didn't really make much difference. It's very smooth. I'm very pleased at all. No buzz from the handlebars, no buzz from the foot pegs or anything. Seat, very comfortable, really nice. I could go quite a distance on this, I think. Very good visibility. This does seem to stop some of the buffeting on your chest, especially when you're in the higher speeds, so I was quite pleased with that. Great view of the dash, very easy to see. It just performs beautifully. I've got nothing, and I mean that, nothing negative to say about it. The exhaust note is like the other ones. Again, I can't show you at the moment, but I will. I don't know what it's going to be like to record on that. It's probably going to sound a bit tinny. Yeah, I've got nothing negative to say about it at all. Nothing negative. Now, I will say at the end of this video, I've got nothing bad to say about this. There is one little niggle that does bother me. Two little niggles that do bother me. The first one, because the indicators are touch sensitive, if you come out of a corner and you push it and you're on it at the same time, it's very easy to flick the other indicator on rather than just push it, because it's touch sensitive and not positive click in type scenario. And the other thing, I mean, it is a minor thing, but the other thing is this self-cancelling indicator thing that these new CFMOTOs have. Now, if you're sitting at a junction and you indicate left, fine, no problem at all, it stays on. However, if you're going around a roundabout and in slow moving traffic, after 10 clicks, that will turn itself off. And if you're not careful, that basically means that you're going around a roundabout with no indication whatsoever. So be mindful of that, keep an eye on the indicator lights and just make sure you flick it on again if you need to. If you go around a big roundabout, it'll do it after 10 clicks. So if you follow someone slow, or if you're going around, maybe if you're creeping in traffic as well and you're coming up to a left-hand turn and it's on a bit of a bend, after 10 clicks it will turn itself off. So by the time you reach that junction, you might not have an indicator on at all. So just be mindful of that. I don't like, it's a gimmick, this self-cancelling indicator, but it's not necessary. Everyone knows who rides bikes to turn them off. That's all I have bad to say about it, really. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me. I'll be back next time with the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. As long as it's not... Oh, well done. Oh, unbelievable. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed this mismatch. Well, let's call it an alternative video, shall we? Something a little bit different. And if you have any comments, please in the comment section below. If you've been on one of these, let me know how you got on. If you want to book a test ride, you can do. Have a look at the link in the description below, Lightning Storm Motorcycles. And you can book yourself a test ride on this very machine. And that is it for now. So until next time, please ride and drive carefully, but have fun. Bye-bye.